Well, this is how we're gonna start the YouTube video.
I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in and just and from heaven showed me how to live again. Falling, and I can't see the cloud. Can we stop this gravity?
Hey Insomniacs, I'm Hunter, this is Kai, this is our first video of the channel. I figured I'd kind of just start it off with me being in regular attire, since, you know, can't ever sleep. But anyways, we got some plans for the day. I'm probably going to be doing something along the lines of going and checking on and cleaning the S14 out, and then probably doing some work on the head, the intake, the knock sensors, that kind of stuff. I plan to use this channel kind of as an informational and just show some random, you know, stupid stuff with life that happens. I don't even really know how to get started, but we're going to get started. Probably to start this, I should probably get it cleaned up, you know, for quarantine, all that crap, so we can go work on the cars. Anyways, see you then.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around.
Alright, we made it. We're here with the S14. I got my buddies D and T over here. We're about to get started just doing a quick cleanup, and you guys will see some shots from there.
You're quick to change your mind, and I know it's me that followed you in blind. I could say that you didn't need, but you wanted me. Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my plans.
Alright guys, I just did a quick wash down on the car. Basically just kind of making it look a little nicer, although the paint has been pretty sun dried as of recently. Even though the tarp is on, it seems like the summer heat, or not summer heat, it's the Tennessee cold, and the Tennessee heat, just intermittent weather, is kind of cooked the new paint. I just painted all this, but obviously didn't really do just a perfectionist job. I just hit a little spray over it, and it's just rough, and I need to clear it, or wet sand it, then clear it. See how that is, and then follow up the rest of the car. But went ahead and just test fitted one. Last time I was here, I painted one of the over fenders, and I used the new product. It did not work out well. So now I'm going to do some repairs on one of them, and I'm going to go ahead and sand and paint the other one, and then probably after that I'll head off the video. Was going to work more on the possible actual internals of the motor, top end, stuff like that, but it's been back and forth with the weather, and I'd rather get some paint in while it's still decently warm again. As you can see, it's sunny one minute, then gray the next, so I'm not trying to push my luck with everything, so I'll get one thing started, and then next time probably come back. You'll either see something about the Pontiac, or maybe some more actual motor work on this. Anyways, see you guys when we're at the sanding. Alright, so I've already started work on the driver's side fender. Since I painted the right side, I figured I'd go ahead and paint the left side and then do body work on that later. We've already started with the 180, but then we'll step up to 320 and then 400 and 600 to finalize it. And then I'll be hitting it with this Rust-Oleum paint and primer high gloss. This is just temporarily until I can actually afford a full paint job, just so my car is all one color, basically. I'll probably then wet sand it after this with 1000 grit or maybe 1200, and then I'll go ahead and spray another thing of clear coat over it, maybe a few passes, and then maybe I do a 3000 wet sand and one more final clear coat and see how that kind of finalizes the black. But I haven't been sealing stuff lately because this stuff works really well, and although I usually don't recommend it, it's not the best idea. I haven't been sealing it yet with more clear because it takes a little longer to cure, like a day or two, I think. Usually you want it in a ventilated space so the fumes don't get around, and then obviously away from the environment so that insects and stuff don't get around. Basically, to sum it up, this is the best stuff I've used besides the lacquer version. Lacquer version is pretty good too for clear coat. Obviously it's thicker and more harsh on you whenever you try to get it off, but works pretty well. Recommend it. It lays pretty good, but I noticed recently I used a different product with it for prepping, and I do not recommend it. Their paint prep wipes are not good. Even though I degreased, alcoholed, and tack cloth the surface afterwards and really tried to get it prepped and clean so that I could actually lay the black, even in good environments when I had it inside in a little paint booth that I had set up at the time, it did not lay. Some surfaces it affects them and actually sets a moisture, or well, actually no, it just moisturizes them, kind of like a leather, and it makes it really greasy, and it was super hard to get that out, and I believe that it just saturated the base whenever I did it with that. So I'm going to do it without that, and usually go my old way is getting those AutoZone tack cloths or something I usually get, or Harbor Freight version. They work really well. And just stick with my alcohol technique, spray alcohol and paper towels and tack cloth. It seems to work really good on the base. But this is just 180 right now. I'll finish this and then I'll get to the next steps, and you'll see it from there. Alrighty, so been sanding for just a little bit. It's gotten dark pretty quick. We've also taken some time to just kind of wait. Still hitting it with a little bit of this is 160, 180. And looking at it, it's got a lot more waves than I expected from this fiberglass over fender, and just kind of decided just to go at it as roughly as possible. I'm trying to keep it from going linear so it doesn't create any divots. Although I have to go a little bit linear, kind of just at one direction right here. I'm trying to keep everything as a circular motion, just to make it smooth out better. These are far from perfect being fiberglass. That's usually what you kind of sign up for when you get fiberglass pieces. But what I'll be doing, just to make this one right, is I'll go ahead and keep doing circular motions, cover the whole thing, then I'll hit it with some 320. Then I'll go up and stage up, like I said in the previous little clip. What will happen is when I get closer to the higher grits, like say 400 or 600, I will take my finger and actually get some of these deeper ones with the sandpaper, just to slightly scuff them so they'll promote adhesion. Of course, I'll have to go over filler or some more resin another day, but this is not just a perfect paint job. I'll be planning to do an actual better one later. when I actually have all my P's and Q's aligned for a garage setup and a paint booth. Just for right now, just to make it all one color or similar shade of black. That works for me, just to get it sealed and not be a bright shoulder fender on the car. That way I can mock it up and start getting ideas of how I want to do it. Hey guys, I decided to take a break from sanding, and I also got rained on, so now I'm working on cleaning off the window from slaps. Just found out rubbing alcohol works actually better than I imagined, and it's making this stuff come off really fast. I usually wouldn't recommend something like that because it could be harsh, especially if you're trying to prep the area afterwards for a new vinyl. I usually use Windex, but this seems to work pretty good, at least to get the gunk off. I didn't have any goo be gone, so works pretty good. I'll get back to sanding in just a little bit. Well, you can still see the Alchemy vinyl that has been, the Alchemy vinyl that has been stained into my tint. So I guess it's time for new tint, but yeah, anyways.
And since this is my daddy's birthday, and he's the one that taught me to garden, this is very appropriate.
Yeah, we'll give his little tribute. So we took a quick break from painting and sanding. The past 2 or 3 days I've been trying to get it done in about 1 day, and it's been raining and we've been changing it up. So we're just taking another little intermission. This is my Meemaw. This is the garden special, little interlude. Maybe we'll make some videos in the future of how she plants the garden and stuff, so you guys can do your own. Hey, Bubba. Hey. Alright, so coat number 1's done. I'm not really liking it already. Painted it a little close to it just because there's some areas that really need to be filled up. And I noticed I definitely got too close because I have the slightest bit of running. So I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then I'll come back with the second coat and hopefully fix it, because it's not a bad amount of running. It's just a slight bit. There's different levels of running, and this is definitely that very subtle stage. But when you look from this angle, you can, well, you can't really see it there. But yeah, it's already because I'm painting outside. But I will be hitting it with a few more coats in just a little bit after it dries some. It looks like bugs are attracted to it, and I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case today, but looks like it anyways. And now they're in my stuff, so let's see if I can get them out. One out, but that's why you don't fly to random things. Whatever. Got on my trash pile, and the bird here just kind of chilling. He seems to have liked to get up there, and fine by me. I realized that my motor broke and I'm almost out of room on my phone, so I'll end up cutting this video off here really soon. I'll get a picture of it on the car and put it up there, and y'all guys be the judge of that. But anyways, I reckon Roger can kind of give us the run out. You guys take care. Since this is my first video, welcome to the page, and if you want to see more crazy stuff, it's going to get a lot. It's going to be a lot of work to be done on the car. It's a 240, so that's definitely going to need some work. And then I've got that. But feel free to like, subscribe, or share. And hopefully I can bring you guys some more content that's more exciting, crazy, and educational for you all.